Palestine. A land steeped in history, fraught with conflict. But what if we hit the rewind button? What if, instead of the tumultuous path it faced, Palestine had been under US governance for the past 80 years? It's a thought experiment, a what-if scenario with no easy answers. But let's, for a moment, dive into this alternate timeline. Imagine, if you will, the year is 1944. World War II is ending. The US, riding high on victory, is given the reins to Palestine, tasked with guiding it towards a brighter future. No easy feat, right? Fast forward 80 years. Did the US fulfill its promise? Did Palestine blossom under its watch? Or did these same old problems fester under a new management? Let's unpack this hypothetical history, examining the potential impacts on governance, economics, security, and the region as a whole. Remember, folks, this is all speculative. We're dealing with a counterfactual and alternate reality, but sometimes it's in these imagined scenarios that we gain a new perspective on the complexities of the real world. So, how would America, the land of apple pie and fierce independence, govern a land as complex as Palestine? Well, if there's one thing Uncle Sam loves, it's democracy. It's like that over-enthusiastic friend who brings a casserole to every event. You know the one. Under US rule, Palestine would likely have a constitution, probably with a strong emphasis on individual liberties. Think freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the whole shebang. Elections would be a regular occurrence, with Palestinians heading to the polls to choose their leaders. Now, would this democracy be perfect? Come on, we've seen US elections. It wouldn't be a flawless system, that's for sure, but it would be a far cry from authoritarian rule. The question of Palestinian self-determination, however, adds another layer of complexity. Would the US have granted full autonomy from the get-go, or would there have been a gradual transition? It's a question with no easy answers. Let's talk money, honey. The US, with its massive resources, has a knack for splashing cash on, well, pretty much everything. So, in this alternate timeline, would Palestine have become an economic powerhouse? It's plausible. The US has a history of investing in infrastructure, education, and development programs, especially in nations it aims to stabilize. Think of the Marshall Plan after World War II. It's not far-fetched to imagine a similar economic injection into Palestine. Imagine modern highways, high-speed internet, a robust education system. These investments could have transformed Palestine into a hub of economic activity, attracting foreign investment and creating jobs. But, and there's always a but, economic success doesn't magically erase political or social tensions. The wealth gap, resource allocation, and the ever-present shadow of conflict would still loom large.